Today's video. EW body cam. Cops discovered babysitter being eaten alive in backyard. So I don't know. Imagine being in a situation where you're just chilling, probably house sitting. Of course, like I said, babysitting, and then some very foul activities happen to you as a person. Something completely out of your control. You're not even supposed to be here. You're just doing the job, getting paid. So we about to see what they're talking about, man.
They like it while we got here. I don't know what to do.
Oh, is that dog here?
Oh, it's a dog.
Back up, back up!
A sergeant is caught in a terrifying encounter as three dogs stand
So imagine this, right? You were chilling. Like it says in the video, babysitting. Yeah, I guess you step outside for whatever reason. It's just three dogs. Three dogs that you most likely knew about because you're over there to do a job, of course. And they just get to attacking you, man. Like, what do you do with that? I think I could probably confidently take on about one or two dogs. About one or two of them, depending on what breed, of course. But three, like I said, depending on what type of dogs they are, dogs get pretty big. So imagine fighting three dogs at the same time as a regular person. No weapon, just straight hands. Had to choke on them out. I had to. Dang.
between first responders and the victim of their brutal attack. In the chaotic aftermath, the question becomes who the victim is and whether help came too late.
Right.
They were guarding her.
Oh my God, dude.
The following is based on official police records, and the footage has never been seen before until now.
Yeah.
After 4 p.m. on November 21st, 2025,
Yeah.
dispatchers in Tyler, Texas receive a panicked call to 911.
I showed up at my boyfriend's house to take the dogs out in the backyard, and I keep hearing the neighbor's dog screaming at the fence because the place is kind of messed up. But now I'm looking through the hole, and they're literally, I think they're gnawing at them. I think that's the neighbor. He's on the floor, and he's dying.
It's gotta be painful. Like, helping a whole dog. Like, because y'all know how dog teeth look. Imagine having a whole dog just gnawing at your flesh. Not just one, three of them. Ah.
He's not talking back. I don't know if it's a girl or a guy, but my neighbor's a guy, so I'm guessing it's him, but they like it while we got here. I don't know what to do. I'm scared, ma'am. I'm too scared to go over there. Oh my God. The hair is short. I'm guessing it's a man, but honestly, it looks like they have leggings on. I don't know if it's a woman.
Do you still hear the dogs?
They're like doing, I don't know, like whining sometimes, and then they get silent, and then they're whining again.
All right. Well, did you hear your neighbor at all, or are they saying anything?
No, I mean, I yell on them, but, oh my God, I'm praying, I'm just, I don't know that what I saw wasn't what I saw. Maybe it's just a big old toy, a big human-sized toy, I don't know.
All right. Well,
A big human-sized toy for three dogs. What is it, like a mannequin? Like, I'm just thinking, like, from this perspective, like, I mean, that would be kind of weird. Like, imagine you look behind your neighbor's fence and it's just a whole mannequin being surrounded by three dogs. Like, I would low-key think it's some type of ritual going on. But, of course, in this particular situation, somebody is in the process of losing their life. I'm just trying to think about myself, like, what would I do if this was to happen? Like I said, the setup is you're babysitting, dog sitting, whatever you got going on. You just walk in the backyard. It's $3 right there. All surrounding you, probably all barking. Exactly, Max. I have a cat, so I don't have to, deal with that. He's bothering me right now. But three dogs surrounding you. I'm putting my back to the wall somewhere just so I don't get circled or anything like that. And I don't know, man. Like, for real, I got to start swinging or something. Like, somebody gonna have to feel me. One of them.
Breeze and ambulance should be headed there shortly. Okay, just call back on 911 if anything changes.
And you're like, you know how long?
I don't have an ETA. They weren't that far, so they could move as quickly as they can.
Okay.
A sergeant with the Smith County Sheriff's Office arrives just behind the local fire department, and together they rush toward the sounds of barking coming from the backyard.
Thank you, David. Right here. Watch that.
That's the right line of thinking. Let's go ahead and I'm an animal lover. I am. I would consider myself an animal lover, but in this particular situation, you're gonna have to go ahead and have to let that loose, man.
Dog here. 3 of them. They're out there. Hey, shoot them.
But with the victim sprawled out beneath the dogs, firing his weapon is too much of a risk. Instead, the sergeant runs to a gate on the other side of the house and radios for backup.
What is that? Is that a pit bull? I think it's a pit bull. Yeah, there's one of the many dogs you don't want to be gnawed by.
22. What's your location? Go. 22. Where you at?
Get out.
In about 2 minutes.
Knowing the victim may not have 2 minutes, he quickly decides to go in.
My buddy sounds so disinterested over the radio. Sir, we just called you with a possible threat to somebody's life. They're literally getting attacked by $3 in the background. I'll be there in 2 minutes. All right.
And alone.
I'm gonna take the matters in my own hands then. How about that? It'll take me 2 minutes to get this wrapped up. You're gonna have to do it, man. I'm sorry.
Traffic.
And more.
Hey, let us fire know I've got the gate open on the other side, but the dogs are mauling the body. Hey, where are they at?
Man, he gotta be nervous. You can hear the breathing in the body cam. I would be too, cause like even with the firearm, there's still $3, bro. Like, just getting bit by a dog. Like y'all ever gotten bitten by a dog? It's not pleasant.
Where are your people? They're on the fence. Oh, still the fence?
Well,
Back up, back up!
The dog charges the sergeant and he opens fire, striking him multiple times. When it fails to stop him, he fires once more, and the dog collapses against the pavement.
It is what it
the
is,
sergeant
man.
keeps his gun aimed at a second dog, who sniffs his fallen companion.
It is what it
Here,
is,
here.
man.
They were small eagles. I know, but we
We're not doing that barking no more, huh?
can get to them. You gotta get EMS here. Okay, to get them there. That's 9 shots fired in the
I
area.
like how the dog was just hyped up, and then after seeing his mans get dropped, he just walks away calmly, like, "You ain't got nothing to do with me." After literally just mauling a man, possibly to the end of his life. That man is laying in his backyard somewhere because, I don't know, maybe these dogs got hungry or they just didn't know who he was.
For me. I have got an open door back here. They're good to pull him, yes. Back up!
Coming back to the door all
Don't
calm
do
and
it.
collected.
I can't find the door.
Doors, man?
Close.
Living in a bando, ain't it?
I'm working on it.
Oh, there it is. It's this angle. Okay.
Door's closed, yeah.
With one dog dead and the other 2 secured inside the house, backup finally arrives and joins the fire department as they work to pull the victim through to the other side of
Yeah.
the broken fence.
Don't pull the fence down, don't pull it.
Okay.
There's still dogs. Okay.
Like I don't know
On the
that.
board right here. There's a nail. Fucking catch her close. Yeah. Come on, I got it, yeah. So, nail. Alright. Get out! Okay. Cheers. We're out.
The victim, who appears to be a young woman, shows no sign of consciousness. Her body is severely mauled, with deep, gaping wounds on her arms and legs. While paramedics get to work, the deputy joins the sergeant in the backyard.
So that door was open. There's 2 other dogs inside. That one came after me when I opened the gate. The other one came running up to him, but took off inside.
Okay.
I do not know if there was anybody else in the house. I have no idea.
Given the 911 caller assumed the victim was the male owner of the dogs, the sergeant quickly locates her with an urgent question.
Hey, does he live alone?
I don't know these cars. I see a gray car or a silver car show up, and it's a guy and a wife and like a kid.
Okay.
That's all I'm.
Okay.
Once again, imagine just chilling and you going to go. I'm assuming they was over there to dog sit because I mean no baby is in sight, like no child was crying on the inside or anything like that, unless they haven't went in and discovered it. But I mean, still there's a hazard because the dogs are inside. If they were willing to attack one person, they definitely mean they would be willing to attack a child. But just from the video alone, I'm just gonna assume that she, because I think he said it was a she was over there the dog sit, and unfortunately it went left.
Does he live alone?
The guy here,
Yes.
he's the one that had all the dogs.
Him.
But that was a lady lived there was a baby, and they got to fight over the dog before him. Is a fat dog?
Yeah.
I know it.
What? Huh?
All I'm.
Okay. Does he live alone?
The guy here,
Yes.
he's the one that had all the dogs.
Yeah.
But that was a lady lived there was a baby, and they got to fight over the dog before him. Is
So the guy has the dogs, but he had a woman and they have a child. She lived there with a child, and they got to fight over the dogs. Like who? Maybe they're separating who gets the dog. I guess.
a dog?
Yeah.
I know it is. I know.
It's about 3 dogs.
I know.
3 pit bulls.
This one owned the dogs, and their main dog.
Well, I'm very aware. They were mean dogs.
Man, come on,
I
bro.
heard them fighting about.
They weren't fighting. They were attacking.
No,
somebody.
about a month ago.
Okay.
And the woman and the man having a confrontation.
Okay.
Who owns the dogs over
Some
here?
lady has a baby that lives over
Where's
there
she
at
at?
their home.
Do you know what she
I
drives?
don't know anybody.
Do you know what she drives? The cars you've seen?
No. Which scary are they?
Just useless. You ain't giving no information. What are you talking for? And I know he lives over there with 3 dogs. The sky is blue. What else?
We did it.
I don't know.
All of us. Well,
Fearing they may have just trapped the 2 remaining dogs inside with a helpless baby,
That's what I was
the
saying.
sergeant and deputy armed themselves with rifles and returned to the house.
All right. Well, let's go find the baby. Locked.
They wouldn't have got the heavy weapons. I could just tell by the gun. That like it hurt. Oh my God. Police, open up.
We're gonna clear the house. There's a lady and a baby who's supposed to live here. Dog.
Unexpectedly, a voice calls out over the home security system.
See me, Officer V, Investigator V. I gotta open the door. Just lean the gun to the side. Just let loose. No, that's terrible. That's terrible. There's a child in here. I can't do that. We gotta be tactical about this one. Jokes aside, I really hope this baby is okay.
Okay. Who's supposed to be taking care of your dogs? Who's your babysitter?
She gone.
Okay, where's the baby?
Who's child?
Okay.
I mean, that's cool, but you can't let everybody around your animals especially if they're not familiar with them. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen like any animal videos. Any y'all ever seen any animal videos? But when an animal is in an unfamiliar situation, when they're with a unfamiliar person, they act out. They act out because they don't know them. I mean, if she was there to watch her children, it's different. But that doesn't mean the dogs is going to treat her with the same respect, sir.
There's nobody here.
The sergeant instructs the couple to call the sheriff's office in the hopes they can confirm the victim's identity. In the meantime, he heads back to the neighbor's house to ease her concerns.
Please give us some useful information this time, because she just seemed like the old neighborly type that just be in your business way too much.
Now, so them and the baby, everybody's out of town.
Oh, thank God. Thank Jesus. Good.
But the person they hired to come take care of the dogs got mauled.
Hmm.
Oh, that's,
And we were not able
It
to get
is.
to her before.
I understand, honey. It's hard. But see, I knew them dogs have been fine.
Yeah.
uh-huh.
But it wasn't a little bitty dog.
No, they were, none of them were little bit.
At all.
There's
We
one
know.
less of them now because it charged after me.
They had to. Honey, I don't blame you.
Meanwhile, the other deputy speaks with the 911 caller, who grapples with the emotional aftershock.
I couldn't tell what I could see. I was just freaking out.
Yeah. No, that's understandable.
And I was like, I hope I'm wrong, but I still called either way. But
No,
I
you
didn't-
did good. You did
I
the right thing.
couldn't keep looking if it was.
Yeah.
And I'm a nurse, so I feel bad because I could have, I don't know, maybe I could have
man.
done something, but
No,
I was too scared to go.
Calling us was the only thing that you could have done.
Being in the healthcare field, I imagine CCC is some pretty wild stuff. Like, just people injuring themselves. So imagine bringing in a patient, they got bite wounds all over their body from a dog. And if you know dog teeth, they're not, they're designed to eat meat, but they're not sharp. So it's not going to be like a little piercing bite. It's going to just be like a little wild, just gnarly gash. Anytime you've ever seen like a dog bite into like raw meat or anything like that.
Otherwise, it would have been bad for you. So,
Right, that's why I was scared. I was like, I can't go.
yeah. So, yeah, calling us was the right thing.
Across the street, the sergeant learns more about the dog's history.
But I've heard dog fighting before. This ain't the first
And
one.
it's between this house and this house.
Oh,
And I wonder if they weren't going at each other. Do you know what dogs they have? Because all these are like pit bulls.
Pit bulls.
oh, it's there. Pit bulls. I knew I saw a pit bull out the drive one day.
Well,
Well, then it's them. I'm so sorry, baby.
yeah.
Lady. We know that. There's one less of them now due to the amount of aggression that it showed. We clearly see that they're pit bulls.
Happens.
Yeah.
The dog's owners, Wilbert and Addison, finally reach a deputy by phone, and the heartbreaking truth of the girl's identity is fully revealed.
Okay, where are you located at right now, sir?
We're currently in Oklahoma. We're on our way back, though.
Okay. Who is supposed to be here to care for the animals?
Her name is Madison Hall. She's supposed to go over there every couple hours and just pick on them, but yeah, we're able to get in contact with her. Yes.
Madison Hall. She's supposed to take care of the dogs. Okay. About how old is she? 23.
I'm not sure which college.
I'm sure.
And I'm leaving at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I texted her. I even received a response, but I think she's in class.
The couple would later
She's in
explain they met
class.
the college student, 23-year-old Madison Riley Hall, after posting an ad for a babysitter on Facebook.
Young lady.
Madison had been babysitting their 3 children, all under the age of 5 years old, for the last 2 months, and they recently asked her to look after their 3 dogs while they were out of town. What the deputy doesn't reveal is that their description of Madison matches the victim, who is lying on the ground after a brutal attack carried out by the family's own beloved pets.
Sheila?
They're
Ah.
Machine pressing her.
Man. terrible way to go out. 3 dogs pressing you in the backyard. I imagine she was screaming for help at some point. Unless they got to her vocals, tore them out. Losing your life, 23 years old, entire life ahead of you, going to go be a teacher, and you fade away from this world because of 3 dogs, 3 vicious dogs. Well, I don't even know the other lady did describe them as going back and forth with the other dogs, I guess, like in the neighborhood. But like I said, maybe they just didn't know her, and wrong place at the wrong time. But that don't mean you got all because you was dog sitting.
The compressions, and they're gonna hit her with a couple of eppies.
We ever really evaluated her back? I mean, like right before y'all got here, we just I was there down. She was face down.
Dog and Gardner mace. So what?
That was Darty.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
You think she had been like there for a while or something? Or?
I mean, not that old because she was still not. She wasn't cold and she was still in the Uber. You know.
Oh, okay.
And everything got probably working.
Still warm. Did they not leave any food for these dogs back here? Because that's the case, that might be a mistake on the dog owner's end. Especially if you got 3 of them, all pit bulls, and no food, or unless they trusted her to give them the food, but still. Damn, man.
They all 3 had her right here. And just
Oh man. Pit bulls.
3.
Despite
3
their
pits.
best efforts, there's nothing the paramedics can do, as Madison's injuries are far too severe. She's pronounced deceased on the scene, and the sergeant calls in to his superiors with an update.
Well, there is 1 less alive dog, and also, unfortunately, 1 less alive dog sitter. I don't know. I'm not willing to sit in the house and talk over a ring cam over some dogs that just ate somebody. So, pretty sure I broke my foot though. It's like
I feel you on that. We gotta talk over a ring camera, and for one, let these folks know that their babysitter's gone. Let them know that their dog is gone, and the home that they left for vacation work, whatever they left to, has now, a part of his history is now that somebody got mauled in his backyard by 3 pit bulls. Now 2 pit bulls that are most likely going to be put down after this incident.
was running and hit a hole.
Wilbert and Addison later told investigators their 3 dogs, named Bodie, Lola, and Afghani, were not known to be aggressive, though
That's a very interesting dog name, that last one. Very interesting indeed.
Lola could be, quote, territorial. Addison shared that Madison would often watch the dogs and children at the same time, and on several occasions they would come home to find 1 or more of the dogs cuddling with Madison on the couch.
Now it looks like, I'll be real, it looks like a man because the body's just still coming up.
This one you're talking about. Yeah, for more on. Grateful for more. Yeah.
Investigators later visited Madison's mother in person, giving her the most devastating news.
I ain't even think about that. Family, her mama. When we arrived on scene, I notified that her daughter Madison was deceased. I informed that we believe that Madison had been by the dogs, that she had been dog sitting. These people done caught a body in their backyard by their dogs, and then now this woman has to live with the fact that her daughter is no longer here because of 3 hungry pit bulls. Imagine that.
The parent could receive. Her mother showed them a video Madison sent several days earlier.
She showed me a video that Madison sent several days ago about the dogs. In the video, Madison was talking about the size of the dogs and how one of the dogs weighed more than 100 pounds. Is that 100 or 1,000? That can't be 1,000, right? Can a dog weigh that much? We're just gonna say 1001. Madison was also describing the dogs as being defiant. That is not a good sign.
In which she spoke about the size of the dogs, noting one of them weighed more than 100 pounds.
That's 100.
In the video,
Okay.
Madison described the dog as, quote, defiant.
So I don't know why they did what they did. I bet they did them with food, and she tried to break up the fight. Got it. Oh, they saw you put the one down, and they were like, I don't want to.
Yeah, I don't want none of that.
Yeah, because the real big one backed off. That we went inside. The me looked him up.
According to police records, the last message Madison sent was to her boyfriend at 12:16 p.m., letting him know.
Madison also sent a text message at 12:16 p.m. on November 21st, 2025. The text message indicated that Madison was making a delivery near the residence and was going to check on the dogs. Is that supposed to be an N? My bad, that's my computer screen. On the way so that she didn't have to make a second trip after her delivery. This is the last communication sent from Madison's phone. I released Madison's phone to Blake. I'm assuming her boyfriend. That's another person, a boyfriend. You get this message and it's like, yeah, sweetheart, I'm just about to, drop out this package, check on the dogs. Probably go ahead and go home. Probably about to go see him. You don't get an update. You're like, okay, I mean, she said she was with the dogs. Ain't no tell them what's going on. And you get a message later on in the day, probably from her mama saying, she gone. She gone. The dogs ate her. Literally. She's out of here. Imagine how that would make you feel.
She was on her way to check on the dogs. The couple reviewed their home security cameras, noting that at 1:13 p.m., one of the dogs can be seen inside the home with blood on his side.
I'm sorry if I'm pausing too much, but I'm reading all this 25. After they kept notifying her of movement in her home, Addison advised that she could see a picture from her camera system at 1:13 p.m. and saw blood on Afghani's side. Addison advised that she believed at that time that Afghani and Bodhi? I think it was Bodhi, had gotten into a fight and that Afghani had been hurt.
Addison assumed that two of the dogs had gotten into a fight, but the truth was far more devastating. Unfortunately, the home cameras did not record anything that could clarify what happened. But given the timeline, investigators assumed the attack began roughly 3 hours before the 911 call.
Yeah, when I talked to the neighbor girl that actually called 911, she never heard after her calling for help or anything like that. She just heard the dogs like they're fighting over each other. Or fighting each other over her, yeah. Is maybe she was attacked and she was laying there, and every time she tried to get up, they would probably guard her. They would die. So she just stayed there laying there slowly.
According to police records, the sergeant received treatment at the hospital for a minor injury to his foot. As for the remaining dogs, they were later seized and euthanized.
Madison has severe injuries to her head, face, and extremities consistent with a dog attack. All 3 dogs were seized and euthanized. Madison was sent to SWIFS so that an autopsy could be performed. I interviewed the owners of I'm assuming the home.
Following a joint review by a Smith County Sheriff's Office investigator and the Assistant District Attorney, authorities determined that the dog's owners had not violated any criminal statutes because they did not act with criminal negligence. The case was closed. Madison's mom created a GoFundMe to cover burial expenses, raising over $19,000.
$19,000. Also, saying everybody here's the GoFundMe, of course. $19,000 to bury your child that was going to college to be a teacher, had a full life ahead of her, when she lost it to 3 dogs in a freak accident. This has to be tough, man. And it's not one of those things where it was like it's avoidable or, like I said, wrong place at the wrong time. This is something that she was used to doing. And for whatever reason, like they said in the video, either the dogs were fighting, she tried to break it up, or the dogs were just hungry in general, and they tasted a person.
In the fundraiser, she shared that Madison was 6 months away from earning her bachelor's degree in early childhood education from the University of Tyler, adding that her daughter, quote, loved life with her whole heart and moved through the world with a free spirit that lifted those around her.
That is the end of the video. Man, RIP to Madison for what happened. Know your animals. Not her, but like the owners. Know your animals. If you're going to get multiple dogs, make sure that they're well trained and things like this don't happen. That's why you don't see people getting too many dogs at the same time, because they end up being very territorial and fighting over stuff. And it's just unfortunate that it cost this young lady her life. So rest in peace to her. God bless her family. Also, God bless her boyfriend. Anybody else that was affected by that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I got a little buddy here. I got a cat. This is Max. Hey to the camera, buddy. And I couldn't imagine anything happening to him, especially revolving around the dog. But 100% know your animals. If you're going to get multiple animals, make sure that they are well trained or in a cage at least, man. You're going to have random people coming over to look after them, people on vacation or something, or send them off somewhere. I don't know. You got any closing parts? No? Okay. That's it for today's video, man. I'll be safe out there. I'm gone.